Okay, I'm Mohan Bola Singh. I'm at George Village, Cleveland. And today we have seen two squirrels. The squirrel is really a pest, as recorded in a pest by the Wildlife Act. The squirrel is present in the forest, but they are hardly seen. But in the agricultural lands, it is customary that we see them on coconuts, on coconut trees, on zabuca trees, on Portugal trees, any type of fruits. The squirrel is sometimes used as a pet by some people in society. These people, however, do not have agricultural lands. They don't have to deal with pests. And as a result, these squirrels are loving little critters and can be saved. And many people would frown at the idea that the squirrel is slaughtered and the meat is eaten. Now, the question of killing the squirrel as a pest and discarding it is a problem. But for the farmer, sometimes this is done. Some farmers just destroy the squirrel and actually throw away the carcass. But some other farmers actually go into cooking them and actually using them as a meat supply. So in our wildlife, in Trinidad and Tobago, although the squirrel is recognized as a pest, it is also eaten. So today I will show how the squirrel is actually being converted into meat. Yeah, the squirrel is actually taken and placed on the stove. Normally the stove is, they burn firewood and so on in the forest or sometimes in the garden or the agriculture. So the idea is to burn the skin out of the squirrel, the hair out of the squirrel. And that's what is the first step in the process. Now normally this squirrel don't have too much of meat, but the meat is very tasty, right? The fur or the hair is very thicker, and it takes a little while to burn off. It's something similar to manicure, and you burn it off, and then you strip off the hair. So here we have the squirrel on a stove. As we said, it is a modernized thing. Now, long ago, they used to use wood fire. Now, as everything else, they're using the gas stove, and the gas stove is generating a lot of heat, as you are seeing here. It's more convenient, and it's very appropriate for cleaning the squirrel. It's very good. It burns off the hair very rapidly. Squirrel in Trinidad and Tobago is very popular in some parts. They are more popular in areas with agriculture, where there's a lot of food like the coconuts, the pomsite, the Portugal, and they are also in cocoa lands, cocoa and coffee lands. You will find a lot of them actually eating the cocoa beans. As we said before, that they are a pest in Trinidad, and they are considered a pest because they actually destroy a lot of agricultural holdings, all the fruits and the cocoa and the things of that nature. But here we see that we are using a pest, and we actually converted it into meat. Now some might say that it is not we are very advantageous by looking at the squirrel eating a very poor squirrel, but that is, it is resembling that of rats, and they don't eat rats. Squirrel, they have a very good taste, and instead of just destroying them, because they are actually destroying agricultural lands, we have some people who actually enjoy them by having them, preparing them for food. So while we have these sympathizers who might be saying that is a beautiful squirrel, the same sympathizers don't own agricultural lands that the pest, that this squirrel becomes a pest. We have, for example, it is recognized as a pest, so much so as the government of Trinidad and Tobago actually put it on a pest, on a list. Here we have Lawrence actually scraping the animal while it is being burnt, because you actually don't have to scrape out this hair. You have to burn out the hair and actually scrape it out. Care must be taken while you're burning it, because you will eventually, if you put too much heat, you will burn the skin and actually expose the guts. So it have a certain amount of heat that must be added. As you see, that there is a question of taking the animal out of the fire, scraping it and putting it back. It's a matter of how much progress is actually done by way of removal of it. As noted before, some people actually use the squirrel as pets. And those people would really rather have this protected. It is unfortunate though that people with agricultural lands cannot enjoy that luxury, because these animals actually destroy their holdings, their profits in a large way. And once there is available feed, the animal multiplies rapidly. The squirrel would have about 2 to 3 young, and they will give a litter, 3 litters for the year. You will find 3 litters of young, and the success rate is very high. The animals that are predators to the squirrel is the snake, all types of snake, including the venomous snake, the wild dog. They also have a man actually destroying the young. We have manikou will actually get into the nest and eat the young. Right? So this squirrel have a lot of predators outside here, beside man. Man normally don't go too much to hunt squirrel. These squirrels just come as a natural resource, as though they're clearing pests in the agricultural estate, and they capture these squirrels that are actually doing destruction. They don't really go out hunting them. Although there are some people who, some boys for example, will go out and shooting birds. They might be hunting the squirrel from time to time. But in most cases, the squirrel is destroyed on an agricultural estate, and then it is converted into food. Now the hair is already burnt, and we are about to out the fire and get the squirrel in another form, actually another form of the process. Okay, you take off. Yeah. These are the burnt squirrel. They have actually been taken. The hair has been taken out, and we are getting them almost ready to take off their entrails. Yeah, the squirrel is being washed off and removing all the black, the burnt scars and the burnt hair from the body. Okay, we are taking out the entrails of the squirrel. In the squirrel, we don't have any miss. We actually remove the gut and the veils. The squirrel has been washed after the blood and after the guts and so on has been removed. It is washed again and made ready for cooking. The pot is being ready for cooking.